Okay, Rachel, thanks very much for completing all our paperwork. I know there's a bit of paperwork. I have a screening scale for you to complete as well, if that's okay with you. It's a scale that's been especially designed for women in pregnancy and in the postnatal period when they've had their bubs to pick up problem anxiety. And I know that anxiety is very normal, and most women when they're pregnant do have some worries. But this is designed to pick up worry that is getting in the way. It's asking you to have a look at the last month and just think back over the last month how you've experienced, and don't spend too much time on any one item. Usually your first response is your best one, and it should take you about 5 minutes. And if you could remember that we've got a few more in the back there just to complete, so just flip over when you've done the first side. Have you got any questions around that before we start?
No, I think that's okay. Do you want me to put my details up here?
Yes, please, if you would. And all your details and your scales are then kept confidentially on your hospital file.
Okay.
None of this will affect your obstetric treatment in any way, but our interest is in having women be as well as possible, both mentally and physically, through their pregnancies, and in the best nick possible when they come to have their babies. You won't need me for this. I'll just be close by if you have any questions, and I'll be able to help you with those. And it should take you about 5 minutes. I'll pop back. Just let me know when you're finished, and we can talk about the results and where to from there.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, Rachel.
Okay, I think I'm done now.
Okay, that's great. Thanks for doing that, Rachel. How did you find that? Was that easy to complete?
Yeah, that was okay.
Were there any questions there that you were unsure about that you wanted to ask about?
No, I think it was all right.
Great. Well, just give me a moment and I'll score it up for you quite quickly, and then we'll talk about where we go from there. Okay. All right. Look, the results of your screen are that there is a positive screen here, so this would indicate to me that there are some problems with anxiety that you experience.
Okay.
And I mean, I notice you've indicated that some of these symptoms are here quite a lot of the time, often or quite a lot of the time. Are there any particular questions that you felt were really quite important for you, or that were sort of more central to your anxiety?
It's mostly the birth, I think.
Okay.
This question.
Right.
Yeah, when I think about the birth, it's just this thing that's looming in the future, and don't know how it's going to turn out, and just that sense of not knowing whether something's going to go wrong just makes me feel quite worried a lot of the time.
Okay, so I noticed you've pointed out question 7 and said that that's almost always there for you.
Yeah.
And is that about anything else in terms of strong fears, or mainly about the birth, as you've said?
Yeah, just the birth, really. Yeah, I'm pretty okay with needles and blood and.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Look, it's very common to feel worried about the birth in pregnancy, but for you it sounds like it's really looming, as you said, and it's become quite a concern for you. And as it gets closer, that's likely to become more of a problem as it does, and that's usually the way that it goes. So what I'm going to suggest is that there are some resources that you can read and turn to, but also I'm going to suggest a referral, given there's quite a spike in your anxiety there, and there are a few other areas of concern that you've indicated too. Would that be okay with you if we talk about some avenues of where you might get some help?
Yeah, no, I think that would be really good, actually.
Okay, all right, okay. So what I'll do there is I'll put through a referral, and I'll explain to you the agency and the sort of help that they offer. and someone from that agency will contact you in about a week, 10 days' time,
Okay.
and offer you an appointment, and you can then at any stage say, look, this is for me or it isn't for me, and decide to proceed or not. And none of this will affect your obstetric care at all. And timing-wise, you know, it's quite a good time in pregnancy. You're 30 weeks pregnant. You've got some weeks here to get ready, prepare, maybe get some strategies, some coping skills to put you in the best possible frame of mind to be going ahead with the birth. How do you feel about that?
That all sounds good, yeah.
Okay, so I'll put through a referral and I'll give you a copy of that to take with you. And at any stage you can say you wanted to proceed or not. But I think it's actually a good idea to, in your own preparation, to be as well as possible for the birth of your baby.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, well, I'll do that, and just give me a moment and I'll give you a copy of that on the way out.
Sure.
Are you okay with that?
Yeah, that sounds
Okay.
good.
Thanks, Rachel.